Have you ever been intrigued by the paradox of Italy, a nation steeped in unparalleled history and culture, but entangled in a web of intricate economic dilemmas to this day? Let's take a step back in time. Picture the Roman Empire, an entity that once commanded vast territories and economies. The remnants of its grandeur are etched into Italy's landscapes, but its economic legacy is more elusive. The empire's fall led to centuries of economic flux, shaping a nation that's always been at the crossroads of change. Next, consider the Renaissance, an era of unprecedented intellectual and artistic growth. Italy was the epicenter of this cultural explosion, but it also sparked an economic revolution. Trade flourished, cities grew, and wealth poured in. Yet this period also sowed the seeds of inequality, creating economic divisions that persist to this day. Fast forward to the present, and Italy's historical tapestry continues to influence its economic narrative. The country's rich history and cultural heritage attract millions of tourists each year, bolstering sectors like hospitality and retail. Yet, this reliance on tourism also makes the economy vulnerable, especially to global events like pandemics or recessions. Now, let's shift our gaze to Italy's geographical position. Nestled in the heart of the Mediterranean, bordered by the Alps in the north, Italy's strategic location has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's been a hub for trade and cultural exchange, driving economic growth. On the other, it's been a target for invasions, leading to periods of instability and economic upheaval. Italy's geographical diversity also plays a role in its economic story. The prosperous north, industrial and modern, contrasts sharply with the agrarian and less developed south. This regional disparity is a key piece of Italy's economic puzzle, one that's deeply rooted in its history and geography. Italy's historical and geographical context sets the stage for understanding its modern economic puzzle. As we delve deeper into Italy's economic maze in the next scenes, we'll keep these factors in mind. After all, to decipher an economic enigma, one must first understand its historical and geographical roots. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the fascinating story of Italy, a sleeping economic giant. Scene script. Peel back the layers, and you'll find Italy grappling with a maze of economic issues. At the heart of Italy's economic labyrinth, we find a national debt that towers like the Alps. It's a mountainous challenge, casting a long shadow over the country's fiscal future. This debt, one of the highest among developed nations, is a burden that Italy has been shouldering for decades, a testament to a history of fiscal missteps. But the maze doesn't end there. The country is also wrestling with an aging population. Imagine a place where the elderly outnumber the young, where the vibrant energy of youth is gradually giving way to the wisdom of age. This demographic shift is not only reshaping Italy's social fabric, but also posing significant economic hurdles. An older population means fewer people in the workforce, which in turn means less productivity and growth. And then there's the brain drain. Picture this: Italy's brightest minds, its future innovators and leaders, leaving their homeland for greener pastures abroad. It's a phenomenon that's been slowly draining Italy's talent pool, putting a strain on its capacity to innovate and compete in a globalized economy. Add to this the issue of regional inequality. Italy is a tale of two countries. The industrialized, prosperous north is a stark contrast to the less developed, struggling south. This regional disparity exacerbates economic tensions, further complicating Italy's path towards recovery. And all these challenges are set against the backdrop of sluggish economic growth. Italy's economy, once the envy of Europe, has been stuck in a slow gear for decades. This lack of momentum is a symptom of the deeper structural issues that Italy needs to address. But let's not forget, Italy's economic maze is a microcosm of the global economic landscape. From towering national debt to demographic shifts, from brain drain to regional inequality, Italy's economic challenges are a reflection of the broader issues that the world is grappling with. These economic challenges are part of Italy's grand narrative, a testament to its resilience and adaptability. Beyond the surface of Italy's economy lies a hidden world that defies expectations. This world, often shrouded in secrecy, is Italy's vast shadow economy, a bustling and intricate web of unreported transactions that accounts for a staggering quarter of Italy's economic output. To understand this, picture an iceberg. What we see above the water, the formal economy, is just a fraction of what's hidden beneath the surface. In Italy's case, the submerged part of the iceberg is not just filled with ice, but with a myriad of unregulated, untaxed, and often unseen economic activities. This clandestine economy encompasses a range of activities from informal employment to unreported income, and even smuggling of goods across borders. It's a complex, multifaceted system that exists not just in the shadows but also in plain sight. Now, when we talk about Italy's black market, it's easy to fall into the trap of mafia stereotypes. But let's be clear, this isn't just about organized crime, this is about everyday Italians. From the street vendor selling knockoff designer handbags, to the plumber who offers a discount for cash payments, to the tech-savvy entrepreneur avoiding taxes on their e-commerce business. These are the faces of Italy's shadow economy. Why does this matter? Well, on one hand, the shadow economy can be seen as a lifeline, a safety net for those struggling to make ends meet in a sluggish economy, but on the other hand, it represents a significant loss of tax revenue for the government. Money that could be invested in public services, infrastructure and programs to stimulate economic growth. This shadow economy is also a mirror, reflecting the complexities and contradictions of Italy's economic landscape. It's a testament to the resilience, ingenuity and adaptability of the Italian people, but also a stark reminder of the systemic challenges they face. As we peel back the layers of Italy's economic story, the shadow economy emerges not as an outlier, but as an integral part of the narrative. It's a testament to Italy's economic resilience, but also a challenge that, if left unaddressed, could undermine its future prospects. This shadow economy is a peculiar facet of Italy's economic story, revealing a side of Italy rarely discussed. Italy's economic journey has been a roller coaster of highs and lows. Think of it like a grand symphony with movements of crescendo and decrescendo, each with its own character and rhythm. Let's start with the post-war period, a time of remarkable resurgence. Italy was a phoenix rising from the ashes, embarking on a journey of rapid industrialization and economic growth. This period, known as the Italian economic miracle, saw the country transform from a largely agricultural society to an industrial powerhouse. Italy was the envy of Europe, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of its people. However, every high has a corresponding low. The late 20th century brought a period of economic stagnation. The once roaring engine of growth began to stutter. Despite its robust industrial sector, Italy grappled with a myriad of issues, from high public debt to political instability and a growing north-south economic divide. Yet, Italy is no stranger to adversity. Each downturn has been met with a spirit of reinvention. For instance, in response to the economic slowdown, there was a shift towards high-quality, specialized products in sectors such as fashion, food, and automotive. This adaptability is the cornerstone of Italy's economic resilience. Looking at these cycles of boom and bust, one might see an economic seesaw. But there's more to it. Each cycle, each shift has shaped Italy's economic narrative, influencing its present and future. The post-war boom laid the foundation for industrial growth. The subsequent stagnation highlighted structural issues, pushing for a shift in economic strategy. These economic cycles are not just historical footnotes, they're part of Italy's ongoing economic narrative. Like threads in a tapestry, they weave together to form a larger picture, a picture of resilience, adaptation, and the unyielding spirit of a nation. They're a testament to Italy's ability to rise, fall, and rise again, navigating the ebb and flow of economic tides. So as we journey through Italy's economic landscape, remember this. Every high, every low, every turn in the road is a part of its story. A story of a sleeping economic giant waiting for its next awakening. With an economy once the envy of Europe, Italy now faces the question, can it reinvent itself economically? We're going to delve into this question by discussing potential solutions for Italy's economic challenges, balancing austerity, innovation, and growth. Austerity, a word that's become synonymous with economic recovery. It's about tightening the belt, making do with less, in hopes of stabilizing the economy. But it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Italy's high public debt and sluggish growth make it a tricky maneuver. However, with careful calibration, fiscal responsibility can help Italy to gradually chip away at its national debt. On the other side of the coin, we have innovation, the lifeblood of any thriving economy. Italy has a storied history of innovation, From the Roman aqueducts to the Renaissance masterpieces, today it needs to harness this innovative spirit in sectors like technology, green energy, and digital services. These are the sectors of the future, the engines that could drive Italy back onto the path of economic growth, but innovation alone isn't enough. Growth must be sustainable and inclusive. This means addressing regional disparities and investing in education and infrastructure, especially in the less developed south. This is a long game, a marathon rather than a sprint, but it's a race that Italy needs to run, and run well. In the face of these challenges, Italy can draw on its unique strengths. Its rich cultural heritage and strategic geographic position are assets that can be leveraged for economic gain. The flourishing of tourism and the revival of made-in-Italy products are just two examples of how Italy can capitalize on its unique offerings in the global market. Navigating this economic dilemma will not be easy. It requires a delicate balance and a forward-thinking approach. But if history has taught us anything, it's that Italy has the resilience and the creativity to weather economic storms. Italy's economic journey offers us a unique window to understand how a country rich in history and culture confronts contemporary economic challenges. And in this journey, there are lessons for all of us on how to navigate the economic dilemmas of our rapidly changing world.